Okay, I will say welcome back again. I'm actually enjoying doing these videos. I hope that, and we're getting some good feedback from y'all. But I enjoy doing them because it's kind of almost therapeutic for me. So thank you for letting me indulge myself in creating this little message. And again, we here at Your Specific Chiropractic are focused daily and weekly and monthly on health, hope, and healing. So as we go through the weeks, it has been very trying. I find myself being very drained. Like today is that we're doing this video is on a Friday. And I find my tank is very empty, even just working with our restricted hours. As things start to open up, now at the making of this video, we're still in the yellow phase. There's still a lot going on. There's a lot of questions. And our health, hope, and healing segment today is we want to stay focused on this is the question. So catch this. What is your new normal? Or what is your acceptable new normal actually look like? Because for most people, and what you've been hearing a lot of, because we just found out that the summer camps are probably not going to be opening this summer at all. Thousands of kids, campers, and counselors, and not even to mention the economic implications of that. We're finding out that the colleges are already talking about the fall being possibly not. And we're talking about cyber school for our kids, but have no idea what that looks like. Where we end up at the end of our thoughts is that the resultant societal and cultural anxiety levels are literally through the roof. Now, in my studies of the human condition, the spine, the nervous system, studying the brain more specifically for the past 3 to 5 years, we call this sympathetic windup, where people are just wound too tight. You're literally, your brain, primarily the brain stem, and then your body's ability from a sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system standpoint cannot happen. We're seeing anxiety levels go through the roof. We're seeing suicide rates up in some areas 800%. I talk to my patients who are nurses and doctors. They are experiencing levels of change, anxiety, all this stuff going on. Our psychologists and psychiatrists who are patients are sharing that this telehealth situation. So again, what does your acceptable new normal look like? Because it can't be what our legislators or the head person wants it to look like. Let me say this: health, hope, and healing. We as a natural health community do not want your vaccine. Let me be clear. We don't want more vaccines. If more vaccines are your answer, then you need to start rethinking them, and you need to look into the history of the vaccination problem from the beginning until now. But Dr. John, we don't have polio anymore. You need to look at the stats, you need to look at the data, and I can't even, with this brain right here that's very analytical and very rational, I can't even wrap my brain around us using this pandemic to incorporate an entire global vaccination schedule. So what does your new normal look like? What does your accepted new normal look like? For me, it's not a new vaccination for every problem that comes down the pipe, especially when we have a death rate or a mortality rate of less than 1%. Like, who in their right mind would do that? It doesn't make... Just take a step back, people, and look at the problem and understand that as much as I got into this business to love people, and you guys that know me, if this has been a video that's shared with you, you may not know me, but my patients who know me know that I would do this if I didn't make any money whatsoever, and there's many years where that may have been accurate. That's why my wife works here now. But what does your new normal look like? This heart full of love, which comes from above, is dedicated to protecting the spines and nervous systems of every single person that comes into this place or has these hands working on their spine to manifest healing, to allow healing to take place from above down, inside out. Guys, we talk about how many of you know who Howie Mandel is? You know, Mr. Barely Can Fist Bump. Is that our new normal? It's not mine. I have patients in here that are you could see that they're just not able to function because they're craving human contact. These are our touchy-feely. Now, there's some people who just love social distancing, right? They're in heaven right now because people stay away from them. They're just like, there's the introverted people who, you know, so for our extroverts who are the love languages, if you're a touch person, this is how you show and receive love, is by touch. You are dying inside right now. So this message is for you. Health, hope, and healing. Our new normal is not what our governor wants it to look like. Okay, but we have to be active participants in the process of being good citizens and good Pennsylvanians. Howie Mandel has a disease, guys. It's called OCD. Okay, and he will tell you, I've seen it in interviews, he will tell you how it's impacted his life negatively. The same with Howard Hughes. Those of you who are familiar with the Spruce Goose, the guy who just, he started to unravel throughout his life. That is not our new normal. Our new normal is not ever having golfers at the end of a match just, seriously? We're not going to shake hands ever again. Does that make any sense? You're not going to hug our kids. We're not going to baptize people in churches. We're not going to have communion or the Lord's Supper or celebrate the Eucharist. Come on, people. This is thousands of years of human living. Thousands of years that we have on history. Diseases come, diseases go. The human race moves on. It is tragic when one person dies, but we're not stopping death here. We're not going to sacrifice our entire rights as humans and citizens for someone else's vaccination agenda. You need to take a step back and look at it. What does your new normal look like? What is your acceptable new normal? It's a big question. And it's something that we need to talk about. And we need to do it lovingly. We need to do it with compassion. We know who the most vulnerable people are. We need to move forward in a way that's smart. We also need to move forward in a way that makes sense. What does your new normal look like? We've been told to go outside. I haven't heard anybody say this. I want you to go outside and play in the dirt. I want you to go out and get exposed to different things. Okay, now if you just had a liver transplant and you're immunocompromised, or you actually have HIV/AIDS, no. But if you're a normal, healthy person and you love to plant flowers and you've been holed up in your house breathing recirculated air through your AC unit, please go outside and get some sunshine and play in the dirt. Plant a flower. Grow a tomato plant. It's Memorial Day. We've never had a Memorial Day like this in my recollection. The spring flowers have been absolutely gorgeous. The trees are beautiful. The weather has been a little sketchy. The sunshine, it's going to be 80 degrees. Go outside and enjoy the sunshine. We know the virus doesn't like the sun. Get some fresh air. But play in the dirt. Get yourself exposed. The human immune system works by exposure. We have to expose ourselves to stuff in order to become immune to it. We don't need little things stuck into our arm, under our skin, because some scientist said this is what, and it's already, the virus has already adapted. It's already changed 2, possibly 3, maybe more times. And by the time July or September rolls around, guess what the virus is going to do? The virus has its own little ability to survive. It's going to morph again, and we're always going to be behind it. We've known this. This is not new information. We've known this for as long as we've had problems with penicillin. Remember when penicillin was the answer back in the 1950s? Since the 1950s, does penicillin even work anymore in a lot of these infections? No, it doesn't. And the more you use antibiotics in your own life, the less they work. So this is why we say save your antibiotic dosages and usages for when you really need them. because there's people that die every day because they've used antibiotics too often. The same thing is true of this. Now, I know I'm rambling. This video's been going crazy. Big issue. We're going to chop it up into smaller little pieces as we go, but I need you to start thinking about what your new normal looks like. Hugging people, handshaking, doing things where we're in close proximity to people. The Bible says greet each other with a holy kiss. We're just throwing that page out. How about the one where it says do not forsake the assembling of each other? We're going to rip that page out too. How much of our lives are we willing to rip out because somebody's misinformed science is trying to change drastically what our world looks like? I want you to love your neighbor. I want you to love your brother. I want you to think seriously because there's big things happening over the next 3 to 6 months. I love you. Some of you, I miss you because I haven't seen you in a while. Understand that we're still here. We're practicing safe procedures. It was very good to hear that the hard surfaces aren't as dangerous as they once were. So people that are, listen, guys, if you are that person who is that anxiety-ridden, germophobic person, please understand that we want to take care of you. If we need to see you when no one else is in the building, please call us. We want to take care of you. We understand that there's people on all different levels of this. The chiropractic adjustment is still one of the most powerful things that I know of, that I've come across in modern healthcare, for helping people maximize their own innate God-given genetic potential to heal and to fight disease. That I know. I've seen it. I've experienced it myself. I watch it. I watch the miracles happen every single day in this office. Health, hope, healing. Dr. John and Dr. Mario, Kathy, Dawn, our famous intern. We can't mention her name, but you can meet her if you come. Signing off once again from Greensburg, Pennsylvania. This is your specific chiropractic. Hope, health, hope, and healing. Please, people, continue to smile. Go outside, play in the dirt. 724-836-5520. God bless you, and have a great Memorial Day weekend.